Little black book, you know what time it is. 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 Guys, we're back with another one. It's Little Black Book. You know what time it is. You already know what time it is. You already know what time it is. Little Black Book. Let's get ready to roll. Okay, that note didn't go. That note didn't go. But listen, it don't matter. I got a new video for you. It's called the 10 Plagues of a Toxic Man. Listen, there are certain guys out here, yeah, that won't date you, but they won't let you go. They will have sex with you, but they don't want to give you a relationship. They will treat you nice for a few days and then treat you mean for another few days. Listen, let me tell you something. They are a plague unto you. And I'm going to give you 10 plagues of a toxic man. Okay, now if you know the story of Moses in the Bible, I'm going to use the 10 plagues of the Bible and show you how these men act. Okay, I'm going to show you, I'm going to teach you the Bible and relation at the same time. You know why? Because Jesus is great. Pow. Again, boom, boom, boom. Number one, I need you to understand, listen, accept, acknowledge, attack. Okay, let's start this video. 10 plagues of Moses, or 10 plagues of the toxic man. Oh wait, listen. First thing that happened was water turned to blood. Okay, now I need you to understand this, right? Look, water turned to blood means your situation, you must recognize, stinks. Because blood left alone begins to stink. Why? Because the fishes in the water began to die and it began to stink. Your situation stinks. I need you to deep it. Your situation that you're in right now with that man or with that gal, yeah, who keeps you hanging on when they don't want you really and truly, they're not committing to you really and truly, stinks. When you begin to acknowledge that, then you can start to make changes. Acknowledge it, accept it, and then attack. That's the first and foremost. Water turn into blood. Cool. The second thing is this. It's realization. Okay, frogs. Okay, the first thing you have to understand is frogs. What's the talisman thing about a frog? It is the tongue. Okay? I need you to understand that conversation is your biggest problem right now. The more you keep talking, the more they drag you in. Yes, so understand with the tongue, with frogs represent unclean spirits. That's what happened in Revelation. They represent unclean spirits. These people who are talking to you are unclean spirits. I mean, what I mean by that is that they are always trying to lodge themselves in your life, because an unclean spirit lodges itself in the body. They're trying to lodge itself in the body of you, of your relationship. They want you to be lodged with them, and they don't want to let you go. Okay, and they do that one by talking, having conversation, having arguments. It's verbal. They are very smart. They verbalize a lot of things, and so before you know it, you're dragged in again. You're like, why did I talk to them? I knew I should not talk to them. They're dragging you in with a conversation. 3, you deny what is actually true. Okay, and the next one is lice and flies. This person, right? What happens with lice and flies? Okay, flies are always in your face. Okay, they're always in the air. They're annoying. You have to swat them away. Lice get into your hair. Okay, I want you to understand that the plague of a man or a woman who doesn't want to let you go, but doesn't even want to show you commitment, is this. They get into your head. Now, they get into your head and they begin to twist what was true. So when you said, oh, no, I know you don't care for me. They said, no, but you sure? Look what I've done for you. They show you presents. They might buy you presents. They might show you a good time. They might, do things for you and then leave you again. Do you know what I'm saying? They try to twist what is true, what you know to be true, and they get inside of here, their head. So I need you to understand that that's another plague, the lice and the flies. And because they're flies also, it's hard to swat them away. They just seem to be buzzing always around you. They're always in your vicinity. They always seem to be in close proximity. Some of you talk to them too much. Some of you, you're around them too much. Even though you're saying you want to let them go, but you let them come round. Or you go around. You let them sweet talk you and let them get into your head, and then before you know it, you're confused again. I thought that he cheated on me, but then he's cheating you again. But he said he would never do it again. But you listened to him. Are you mad? The next plague was boils. Okay? Now if you know anything about boils, it makes you itch. You are gonna get to a stage where you don't want to talk to this person. You don't want to be in the presence of that person. But you've got an itch now. You've got an itch. You've got a temptation. You've got that feeling that you want to see them. You want to talk to them. Why? Because now you're not talking to them. or you've decided that you're not going to do this thing, and so now you decided not to do the thing, the temptation is hitting you. It's like an itch you want to scratch. It so desperately goes all over your body. In fact, you feel it in your head, you feel it in your heart, you feel it in your body, that you just want to be with that person or be around that person. You want to hear their voice. You want to unblock them. You want to just talk to them. You want to see their tweet. You want to see their DMs. You want to see their Instagram. You just want to see. You just want to hear them. Whatever you got to do, you just want to be around in their presence. But guess what? That itch, when you scratch it, it bursts. And that's what happens. When you itch it finally, you'll burst the bubble. You start to realize, why did I go back there again? Another plague of these people. And added to that, when you're itchy, it's hard to sleep. Have you noticed? When you're feeling someone so desperately and they're even treating you wrong, it's hard to sleep. It's hard to eat. It's hard to do your daily work. Why? Because your mind is so infested with this. When boils get all over your body, it's impossible not to think about scratching. Just think about chickenpox times 100. That's how boils are. And so you have to think about it when you get all those boils on you, and it's painful too when you touch it. Do you know what I'm saying? So you're going to feel like every part of you is hurting. Like you've gone to a full body workout. It's hurting. You don't want to sleep. They ask you what's wrong. You said nothing's wrong, but life ain't sweet. You get me? Life ain't sweet. But as you've gone silent and as you tried to change your ways, as you tried to leave them, okay, as you tried to ignore them, as you tried to give them no proximity, no space, what you're going to next see is Heil. Now, Heil often stands for judgment or anger or wrath, okay? And this is when you're going to start to see the person for their true colors. Now you're going to see the emotional blackmail. The person's going to be like, but you always said that you never leave me. But you always said you're going to love me. But you've always said, but you've always said, but you've always said, but you've always done this. You've always done this. How now are you changing? How can you change now when you've always done this? And they're going to start making you feel bad. And what you're going to start feeling is they're going to start a reign of terror on you. A reign of terror. Now, even if you don't reply to the messages or the calls or the meetups, you're going to start feeling a reign of terror because they're not going to let you go. They are not going to let you go just like that. They've worked so hard. You're their business. They've invested so much time in you to get you to where you are so that you can just be a sideman or a side gal. That they're not going to let you just go like that. So they're going to hit you with everything they've got. Hailstone fire. It's a storm. And the storm, what I mean by that is that you're going to hear thunder first. So you're going to hear the rumblings first. You might get your text here and there. And then lightning will follow, okay? They're going to strike. And then you're going to see hail coming. Hail is a full totality of their force. The full armory of their tactics. Okay, and it usually, like I said, normally comes with their nice charm. It will come with their manipulation. It will come with their fake promises. It will come with, but you know I love you. You know I care for you. You know I'll die for you. You're the air that I breathe. Like who else would I do this for? Look at the things I've done for you. Da, 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 da. All that stuff and jazz. You get me? That's what I'm saying. They double up on their bad behavior towards you. The next thing is locusts. Locusts come and they eat everything. Locusts come and they destroy everything. Locusts come and they want to reduce everything to the lowest level. Here's the thing. At this level now, the man or the woman wants to reduce your confidence to zilch. Toxic. They want to reduce your strength to zilch. So they're going to test your composure. They're going to test your resilience. They're going to test your defense. Do you really mean what you say? Are you really going to hold out? Are you sure you're going to hold out? I'm going to keep asking you. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to test your strength. You said you can do it, but when I'm around you, I know that you get weak. I know that I know you feel me. I know you want the wickedest beat. I know you need this. I know you need that. I know you need that. I know you ain't got no money. I know that you depend on me. Do you get me? Toxic people. Locusts want to break you down to your final point. They want to break you down so that you give in. They want to break you all the way down so you have no confidence, no strength, no self-confidence, no self-determination, that you have no willpower left. This is what they go for. That's the locusts coming for you, baby. They eat every last will. They eat every last willpower that you have. And then we've got the situation of darkness. Okay, and this situation basically means rejection or loneliness. You're going to feel rejected and lonely because you've had to fight so hard to put yourself in a position where you're not going to be dictated to by these people. You're now feeling lonely and you're now asking yourself, did I make the right decision? It's dark and it's lonely. You're grieving. You're asking yourself, was this the right decision? You're questioning your own self because even people around you are like, I don't really want to be cool with you, or I don't want to be close to you. You know what I'm saying? And then you're really questioning whether you've made the right choice. This is called the darkness, the loneliness. It's cold. I'm on my own, a million miles away. There's no moving on around. And do you know what? In that darkness, nobody understands. In that darkness, everybody's saying, it's going to be all right. It's going to be okay. It's not going to be bloody okay. It's not going to be all right because you're going to feel pain. You're going to feel hurt. You're going to feel lost. You're going to feel like you've lost something. And you have. You've lost something bad, but you've lost something also good because there was good times. Don't get twisted. So you need not feel guilty. It's understandable you're in the grieving stage. I mean, you're in the darkness stage, you're in the lonely stage, and no one has been lonely, no one has been alone. You get me? The final stage is to the loss of the firstborn. It's death to the firstborn. And what that means is to lose something precious. That means to finally cut off, because when the son dies from the pharaoh, he's cut off from his dad. The situation you're facing right now is now at its final stages. You've cut it off. Now, in that time when you've decided definitely to cut it off, you need time to grieve, time to heal, and time to actually understand and process what's really going on. And say, how do I get past this and how do I move forward so next time I'm not in the same position? Because I need you to understand, the death of the firstborn, you are grieving. You are hurting right now. You're in pain. Again, you're still feeling probably a bit guilty. You're still feeling a bit of pain, like, why did I do this? And you're probably feeling like, who's gonna love me? Who's gonna take care of me? Who else would want me? There are many questions in the grieving process. Why was it me? Why did it have to be me? Why do I have to go through this pain right now? You're grieving. I wish this part of me would be dead already. I wish my feelings would be turned off for him already, or she already. So this is the grieving stage. Add on. You see, Exodus, after Egypt plague, Israel went to an exodus, okay? Your relationship, feelings, the status and everything is going to an exodus. What that means is this. Number one, when they exited out of Egypt, they meant it. They were going and they were gone. What you mean and what you say must align. What you mean and what you say must align. And then your action should back what you mean and what you say. Do not let your word falter. Number two, when they went forward and out of Egypt, they did not look back. I need you to deep it. Do not look back. Yes, there was good memories, but do not look back. You don't need to reminisce. You don't need to play back in your head. You don't need to allow things to drag you back to where you were, okay? He or she is gone. It is done. Move forward. Someone else will come along. Move forward. Don't look back. Number three, if they're not going to get the hint, block them. If they're not going to get the hint, and watch my video on block them. Block them from every social media, phone number, contact area, offline, online, every aspect of contact, block it for your own sanity. 3, when the Israelites left, they took no idols, no memorabilia. I want to let you know, when you're exiting this relationship and saying, I'm done, finished, Exodus, you're going to take no memorabilia. You don't need memories. You don't need the pictures. You don't need to have old letters. I'm talking about toxic people here, by the way. And this can help with breakups too. But you don't need memories. You don't need old things that are going to remind you of what it was. Because that's going to trigger you. That's going to trigger your emotions. That's going to trigger your emotions then to trigger you to say, listen, have I made the right choice, and go back. And that's going to allow you to go back. Because when the Israelites finally got into Canaan, when they finally got into the desert area, instead of them accepting God's provision, what they did is they complained. And so sometimes what people do, people leave a relationship, then they complain, moan, and they go back. How many of us know people who go back to serial cheats, serial abusers? How many of us know people who go back to really bad situations over and over and over again? Because they complain instead of dealing with their wounds. Number 4, the Israelites went over the Red Sea. Okay, you need to reach certain milestones. It is time for you to make that decision that you're gone and gone for good, and you need to put a block there. What I mean by that, not a physical block now, we're talking about mental block. okay, that this part of your chapter is dead. Now you need to see new life. Go and do different things. Go to new places. Don't go revisit the same areas you were revisiting with your ex. Don't go doing the same things you were doing with your ex, because it's going to remind you. Now you're in a new land. You're across the waters. You're in a new territory. It is time to explore that territory of singleness. So those are the 10 plagues. Those are the 10 plagues of a toxic person in your life, man or woman. I need you to deep it. I need you to take time. Those 10 plagues are issuing and saying to you, listen, take time. Assess your situation and make quality decisions. Okay? Relationships are not easy, but with toxic people, they're even harder than they need to be. Love yourself. You are allowed to love yourself. Have confidence in yourself. You're allowed to be strong. It's your given. Alright, people, you already know what time it is. Little black book, it's all good. You know what time it is. Pia! You're mad, you're lean.
Little black book, you know what time it is. 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 Time it is.